Good evening, everybody, and welcome in here on the Buckeye Racing Network. I'm Tyler Bentley. Alongside me in the booth, as always, is Tim Henderson. Tim, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing wonderful. How about yourself, buddy?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. We're here live at the Williams Grove Speedway with the Reigel Promotions A to Z Veterans Woodworking 360 Sprint Car Division. They're going to do battle for 30 laps in round number 11 of this Spring Rush Series here tonight, as they are wrapping up the drivers' meeting right now, and practice is about ready to go by the wayside, and we'll be into tonight's qualifying session. If you're watching with us live here on the Buckeye Racing Network, we certainly appreciate it. Let us know who you're pulling for in the chat here tonight. We always enjoy those messages. And real quick, while we got a quick second, I want to talk to you all about the points. You know, we only got a couple races left tonight and next week. It's going to be the championship night. Top 5 in points. Caden Berry is leading the points. He has 885 total points, and he is leading. Matt Grimm has scored second in the point standings, 125 points behind. Taylor Wineland, third in the points, 196 behind. Fourth in the points is going to be Joshua Pickle, 271 points behind. And Fred Hoffman's going to be fifth at 279 behind. We'll see if anybody's going to be able to get up to Caden Berry, but he's got a pretty good cushion coming into tonight with a 125-point differential between himself and Matt Grimm. As qualifying is getting underway, take a look at some of these guys as they run their qualifying efforts. We're looking at Colin Hutchinson. iRacing scores him as 83, but clearly you can see on the race car it has the number 21. He works down the front straightaway here into 1 and 2 and down the long back straightaway. Interesting layout, I think, Tim, is the Williams Grove Speedway.
Yeah, it looks interesting. This is my first time seeing this track in iRacing. Reminds me of Martinsville, but with banking, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a lot different. You know, the Williams Grove Speedway has long straightaways. You know, you're on the straightaway for quite a long period of time, and then you kind of have a quick corner, and you're right back going straight again down the back straightaway. So it is very interesting to see for sure. Caden Berry did just jump up to the top of the board at an 18:04. Great lap for him on his qualifying effort. Joshua Pickle scored second at an 18:27. Looks like Jack Burke is heading out on, just creeping onto the racetrack to start maybe his qualifying run. He is going to pick up the pace out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Good evening, Austin. Nice to see you joining us on a Monday night. I know usually you have other duties on Monday nights, so appreciate you tuning in and watching. You as well, Gail, cheering on Caden Berry. Down the back straightaway for Jack and into turn number 3. Up into the fluff getting into 3, but he turned it back down into the grip down the front straightaway. Let's see what sort of lap time he turns on the first lap. Lap 1 for Jack's going to be in 18:43. Good for 7th quick. So pretty good lap for him on lap number 1. Cross the line. For lap 2, just a little bit slower, so still going to remain 7th quick. And also, folks, this is the Victory Fuel qualifying session. Here, Victory Fuel has sponsored all of the qualifying sessions here this season. And remember, Victory Fuel has no caffeine, contains low sugar, and is loaded with vitamins to support overall health, as well as keeping you hydrated and energized. Use the code RPE-Sports-Victory today and receive a 10% discount at checkout on www.drinkvictory.com. Big thank you to Victory Fuel for sponsoring qualifying all season long. I believe Cole Luis now heading out onto the racetrack. Just a little over a minute left. 19 cars have taken a time. Cole would make 20. Lap number 1 for Cole Luis. He goes up to second quick at an 18:14 on lap 1. Just a tenth of a second off of Caden Berry's time. Let's see what he can do here on lap 2. Running the bottom. Cross the line. Just a little bit slower, but still a strong second lap for Cole. Now he brings that car into the pit area. And a big shout out to AdminBoxx tonight. This is the AdminBoxx night here at the Williams Grove Speedway in the A to Z Veterans Woodworking Sprint Car Division. It looks like if we have a couple extra cars, we will have a B main, and AdminBoxx does sponsor the B main as well. So a big night here in the league for AdminBoxx. Remember, AdminBoxx is built by iRacers for iRacers. To make race control as easy as possible, use the code RPE-sports-box to save 10% when you order with AdminBoxx. Visit www.adminboxx.com to see how they can help you today. All right, heat race number 1 is gridding up behind the pace truck. Row number 1 is going to be Caden Berry and Ian Humphreys. Row 2 is going to be Austin Hickman and James Rooney. Row 3 is going to be Colin Hutchinson and Dakota Osborne. Row 4 is going to be Hunter Benson and Matt Frost. Well, Tim, are we going to get 3 heat races tonight? Because I saw we had a couple more than 20.
Well, on my cheat sheet, we have 3 heats, 8 laps apiece, 4 going to the feature out of the heat. As of right now, it's showing we still have a C main and a B main.
All right.
But
you gotta love them cheat sheets. You know, Tim usually snatches up the cheat sheets, and I don't really get to pick those or even get to see them or take a peek at them. So
yeah, I make sure I take both of the cheat sheets so that way you don't get one.
Right. Yeah, folks, I just go with it, you know. Tim runs the show here, and I'm here for the ride. I knew that'd get a little chuckle out of you. Anyways, as we are running the second of our 2 pace laps, cars are going to be 2x2 working down the back straightaway. Pace truck is going to peel off here, and we are going to be taking the top 4. Caden Berry's in control on the start of heat race 1. Pace truck already working down the pit lane. Caden fires, and we're off and away for heat race number 1. Great jump down into turn 1 for Caden. Austin Hickman's through into second. Battle's going to be on for third. Colin Hutchinson, Ian Humphreys side by side down the back straightaway. Working through 3 and 4.
Caden shot out of a cannon on that start right there.
And he's running his signature low line, and he's already up over a second advantage. Uh-oh, contact. Colin Hutchinson and not Ian Humphreys, that was Austin Hickman, made contact out of turn 2. Austin Hickman's on the bubble. Hunter Benson. Matt Frost, who's up 3 spots. So he's trying to get into the transfers position. He's right on the tail tank of Austin as they go through 1 and 2. Back up front. Gap has stabilized at right around a second between Caden Berry and Colin Hutchison. 3 laps down, 5 to go. Looks like everybody's single filed out, pretty surprisingly. Matt Frost on the outside looking in still. He has an opportunity to try to pass Austin Hickman. Still has a little bit of time. Hunter Benson right behind him. The last two cars going to be Dakota Osborne and James Rooney. As Hickman now has caught the tail tank of Ian Humphreys. Maybe he's going to take a peek to the inside here in 3 and 4. No, he's going to follow Ian around the outside. Second place Colin Hutchinson committed to the bottom. Oh, Colin blinks out. Uh-oh, Ian Humphreys with an issue. I think him and Austin Hickman made contact. Oh, big contact for Ian Humphreys. He's flipping down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Up and over, top wing coming off of that race car. Unfortunate for Ian Humphreys. We'll see if the admin decide to throw the yellow. They typically don't in the heat races. But now Hunter Benson finds himself on the cut line. Matt Frost still on the outside looking in. He's battling. He's got a mirror full of James Rooney as the white flag goes in the air for Caden Berry. He was already working down the back straightaway. And out of turn 4 to the checkered flag. Caden Berry wins heat race number 1. Colin Hutchinson's going to be second. Austin Hickman's going to be third. Hunter Benson's going to be the fourth and final transfer spot in this first heat. James Rooney, Matt Frost, Dakota Osborne, Ian Humphreys all on the outside looking in. Heat race number 2 lining up behind the pace truck. Row number 1 is going to be Cole DeWeese and Jared Lamberson. Row 2 is going to be Jack Burke and Chase Porter. Row 3 is going to be Matt Grimm and Craig Silby. Row 4 is going to be Christopher Hibbs and Robert Puckett. As the field begins to roll, just 2 by 2. Remember, the top 4 will transfer directly to the A main. Chase Porter currently in that 4 spot. Matt Grimm, Craig Silby, 2 big names right outside of the top 4. Well, Tim, how about you bring us to the green flag here to start this second heat race?
Alrighty, will do. Bella, you drive a lot of dirt. Where do you think the preferred line is for tonight?
Well, I've never been to the Williams Grove Speedway in person, but I have watched quite a few sprint car races from the Williams Grove Speedway, and it always seems like the bottom wins in real life. I know you can be pretty quick up around the cushion, but it always seems like if you got your car set just right and you're able to run the bottom, there's something about it here. And usually the bottom prevails. Now, it could be completely different as we go through the night, but pace truck's off.
Well, DeWeese launches, gets a great launch out of 4, as I believe that's Jack Burke slides, almost hits the tail of Cole DeWeese, as Jared Lamberson is running the outside, almost makes contact with the 17 of Jack Burke. 3 wide, wheelie down the straightaway, going into 1. We got 5 cars all battling for second. Matt Grimm already battling for second on the inside of Jack Burke. Jack Burke a little loose alongside with Chase Porter, getting it out of 4, going into 1. Maybe a little contact between him and Chase Porter.
Uh-oh, 1 car in the fence on the outside. That's Both of them ended up making contact. Lamberson's got a broken right front on that race car. He's not going to be able to turn, and big impact into the outside retaining wall for Jared Lamberson. He's going to take, and I believe Chase Porter has towed that car as well. So Robert Puckett is the only car on the outside looking in. Craig Silby finds himself sitting fourth. Jack Burke third. Matt Grimm has moved up to second. Cole DeWeese still leads this second heat.
Oh! Jack Burke around, flipping, upside down, wild ride.
I'll tell you what, that moves Robert Puckett now into the transfer spot because there's only 4 cars still running in this second heat race. Craig Silby has moved up into third. Matt Grimm still about 3/4 of a second between himself and Cole DeWeese. But Cole, a little bit of a different entry, kind of slowed that race car way up and picked up 1/4 of a second down the front straightaway. So that seems to be working. Matt Grimm letting that car kind of slide up to the cushion line. Out of turn 4, Cole DeWeese going to take the white flag here in heat race number 2. Out of turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. Cole DeWeese, heat race number 2 winner. Matt Grimm second, Craig Silby in third, and Robert Puckett don't have to worry about racing in the consolation later. He brings it home fourth and will be guaranteed a starting spot in the A main. Heat race number 3 is lining up now. Row number 1 is going to be Joshua Pickle and Ty Williams. Row 2 is going to be Flying Fred and Brady Beavers. Row 3 is going to be Ricky Thompson and Bud Molyneux. Row 4 is going to have one car. That's going to be Gavin Chatham.
Wow.
I tell you what, that was interesting. You know, for Robert Puckett, he probably thought he may have had 0 chance of getting to a transfer spot, but the issues a couple of the other drivers had, and now he doesn't have to worry about it battling in the consolation a little bit later. 8 laps to distance once again in our third and final heat race of the night.
This track just looks extremely scary up here in the booth. I'm glad I'm not in a race car tonight.
Well, you know, you carry so much speed that, you know, I mentioned these long straightaways. You carry a lot of speed down the straightaway here, and you really got to finesse getting into turn 1 and to turn 3. Most, you know, got to jump out of the throttle. You may even have to use a tad bit of brake. It just depends on your driving style, but you do carry a ton of momentum into these corners. Joshua Pickle's going to be in control. Pace truck heads down the pit lane. Uh-oh, a little bit of contact. Pickle does fire away. We're going to lead us to the green flag here to start our third and final heat, and a great jump down the front straightaway. Ty Williams trying to fend off Flying Fred and Brady Beavers out of turn 2. He does for the moment. Beavers and Fred side by side into turn number 3. Ricky Thompson trying to make something happen on the inside. He follows closely in 5th. Fred going to have the run out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. He's going to complete that spot against Brady Beavers. Ty Williams to the inside trying to take a peek on Joshua Pickle. Almost a drag race down the front straightaway. Williams now slides up in front of Pickle. Pickle going to try the crossover. It's going to work. Pickle going to let that car slide all the way up to the cushion. And out of turn 4, Pickle's going to lead lap number 3. Ty Williams got a great run off of the high side. He throws a slider of his own back down into turn number 1, and they drag race down the back straightaway. Awesome racing for the lead here in heat number 3. As they just keep flip-flopping the lead. Just all depends on who gets a better run out of the corners. Now Ty Williams going to be a little bit more defensive here. Through 3 and 4, going to kind of block Joshua Pickle on the bottom. Pickle goes low. Williams going to stay high. Brady Beavers able to work his way back around Flying Fred. Now put him into the 3rd spot. Move Fred back to 4th.
Contact between the leaders.
And Ty Williams goes around, and he's going to lose a ton of track time. Just 2 laps to go. And I tell you, Brady Beavers now is in the race lead. Ricky Thompson's going to be 2nd. Flying Fred's going to be 3rd. Joshua Pickle had an issue getting back into turn 1. He's now on the hot seat with Gavin Chatham looking at his inside. White flag goes in the air for Brady Beavers. Gavin Chatham with the big run out of turn 2. He's able to pass Joshua Pickle for that 4th and final transfer spot. Brady Beavers comes to the checkered flag here in heat number 3. Ricky Thompson 2nd, Flying Fred 3rd, and Gavin Chatham 4th. Those are our 4 transfers. Joshua Pickle, Bud Molyneux, and Ty Williams will have to duke it out in the consolation. Yeah, this is going to be the grid for the B main.
Yes.
And we're going to take 8 to make it a 20-car field.
That is correct.
All right, row number 1 is going to be Matt Frost and Jack Burke. Row 2 is going to be Joshua Pickle and Dakota Osborne. Row 3 is going to be Chase Porter and Bud Molyneux. Row 4 is going to be Hunter Benson and Jared Lamberson. Row 5 is going to be Ty Williams and Ian Humphreys. Row 6 is going to be Christopher Hibbs.
Joshua Pickle will be moving to the end of the line.
All right, so an EOL for Joshua Pickle. Driver on the hot seat now in this B main is going to be Ian Humphreys. I believe he scored in the A spot, maybe not. I believe it's actually Jared Lamberson that's going to be on the hot seat. In P8, Ian Humphreys, Ty Williams, Christopher Hibbs, and Joshua Pickle all on the outside now, looking in to make the show here tonight.
I think it's Ty Williams because everyone moved up a spot.
All right, so Ty Williams in the final transfer. Pace truck gonna peel off. Matt Frost gonna work him through slowly. He finally accelerates. Green flag goes in the air for the start of tonight's B main. Chase Porter followed him through on the inside. 3 wide battling. Dakota Osborne, Hunter Benson, Jack Burke. That's for 3rd. And look at Ty Williams.
Christopher Hibbs, extremely rough ride down the backstretch.
Ian Humphreys as well. Big damage on that race car. It looks like the rear end, the left rear, probably the rear axle with some major issues on that 53 machine. Christopher Hibbs already in the pit lane for repair.
Oh, what a hit.
You see Hibbs on the inside through 1 and 2.
Wow.
He banged wheels with one race car, and Ian Humphreys already had that car wound up and makes contact with Hibbs, and Hibbs hits the inside wall. Car goes up in a round violent crash for the number 25 right underneath the crosswalk on the back straightaway. See Ian Humphreys bringing that car down the pit lane as well. Humphreys going to make a return to the racetrack. I don't know if he's going to be able to make decent enough lap time to try to get up there in the top 8. We'll have to wait and find out. Pace truck already off though. And we get the restart here. We're back underway. Big slider for Chase Porter into turn number 1. Matt Frost going to turn it back underneath him. Jack Burke following him through on the inside. What's going to happen down through 3 and 4? Frost going to lead him out of turn 4. But Chase Porter with a big run on the inside. He's going to slide up out of turn number 2. But Frost with the crossover move, but not going to have enough momentum to slide up in front of Chase Porter. So Chase Porter, new race leader. Jack Burke makes contact with the outside wall. And Ty Williams has moved up into 3rd. Now, and he's going to set his sights even more forward as he's going to try to get around the number 14 machine of Matt Frost. Williams going to work the inside. See if there's anything doing there. Yeah, great run out of 4 on the inside. Move Ty Williams into 2nd. Frost.
Careful, boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Ty Williams up 7 spots so far. Let's go back and check on the battle for the transfer. Lamberson, a big-time slider on Pickle. But that didn't work as he made contact with the outside wall. Ian Humphreys, Hunter Benson, all right there. 3 cars battling for the transfer spot, but Ian Humphreys tagged wheels with Hunter Benson and hit the outside wall. So both of those have to try to get back up to Jared Lamberson. Ty Williams now back, or all the way into the race lead as we were watching the battle for the transfer. Jack Burke and Dakota Osborne, they're side by side. Now that's a battle for 3rd. White flag goes in the air. Ty Williams worked through 3 and 4. Big time run for Chase Porter into 3 to try to get there. But out of turn 4, Ty Williams is the AdminBoxx B main winner. Chase Porter is going to bring it home 2nd. Jack Burke 3rd. Dakota Osborne 4th. Matt Frost in 5th. 6th to Joshua Pickle. 7th to Bud Molyneux. And 8th. And the final transfer spot to Jared Lamberson. All right. What a B main and what a night so far. As we are going to roll right into our 5-minute warm-up session here for our feature drivers.
Well, it's that time of the night. Mr. Bentley, who are you going to have your eye on?
I'll tell you, I like the speed I seen right there out of the Ty Williams machine, as he's going to be starting towards the tail of this feature. I'm going to be keeping my eye on him and see if he can work his way forward. How about you?
I'm going to keep my eye on Matt Grimm.
Well, I'd say that's a really good pick. He's been strong week in and week out, always battling with Caden Berry. I'd say that's a good one to keep your eye on for sure. Also, to pay some more bills, got a thank Assassin's Designs for being a part of this series. Would you want your own in real life or custom dirt scheme for your iRacing leagues or hosted lobbies? Get with Assassin's Designs to get set up. Visit them on Facebook or message them on Discord at Assassin's Designs. Also, discounted prices with more than one car. Also, a big shout out to Dirt Series Promotions. The drivers that finish 6th and 7th in the point standings will receive a series membership courtesy of Dirt Series Promotions for their upcoming Micro Sprint Championship. Excuse me. You can join the Ultimate Showdown in micro-sized racing starting June 2nd through July the 14th. Witness 6 thrilling races featuring both the winged and non-winged micro sprints every night. Make sure to check them out for some of the best racing on the sim. On Facebook, find them at Dirt Series Promotions, and on the web at www.dirt-series.com. All right, they've cut the warm-up session just a little bit short. We're going to roll into the starting lineup for tonight's A-Main. Row number 1 is going to be Ricky Thompson and Matt Grimm. Row 2 is going to be Colin Hutchison and Brady Beavers. Row 3 is going to be Cole DeWeese and Caden Berry. Remember, those top 6 are inverted. Row number 4, Austin Hickman, Craig Silby. Row 5, Flying Fred and James Rooney. Row 6, Robert Puckett, Gavin Chatham. Row 7 is going to be Ty Williams and Chase Porter. Row 8, Jack Burke, Dakota Osborne. Row 9, Matt Frost and Joshua Pickle. And row number 10 is going to be Bud Molyneux and Jared Lamberson. As the field begins to roll here for a couple of pace laps, and we will be racing for 30 laps here at Williams Grove. If you're watching along with us here live on the Buckeye Racing Network, let us know who you guys have got your eye on here before we get underway. Well, we see the Caden Berry fans each and every week, so Caden Berry fans out there. Austin, if you're still along here with us, who do you got your eye on here tonight? Looks like Ricky Thompson's going to lead us slow down the back straightaway. Going to allow the field to bunch up here so we can get underway. Real slow here through 3 and 4. Green flag goes in the air, and we're ready to rock and roll for 30 laps at Williams Grove. Oh, almost 4 wide for the race lead. It might have been for a minute, but definitely 3 wide for second. Hutchison, Grimm, and DeWeese. Hutchison with the advantage into 3. Grimm and DeWeese side by side. Yellow flag goes in the air. First one of the feature. Let's take a look at exactly what happened. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hit the wrong button.
Looks like it started all the way in turn 1 with Robert Puckett making contact with, I couldn't quite
Oh,
see
yeah, he
who.
made contact with the 99, and then the 14 tagged him going down the back straightaway and spun his race car around. I don't think Robert ever stopped completely. Oh, yeah, he did. He hit the inside wall right at the crosswalk. That had to bring the yellow flag out. Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to watch the transition to see if the top or the bottom line happens to prevail here tonight. Robert Puckett's got that car into the pit lane, so
I didn't quite catch who that was, but someone said that came over the radio and said that they're saving fuel and they need to save it now.
very interesting. I didn't know if fuel was going to play a factor. The pace laps kind of don't help because the laps not counting during these pace laps, so fuel may be an issue now that we've been known to it. So we'll see as we go forward here late into the future if we have any fuel issues.
It was the 17 machine of Jack Burke.
And Jack, he's back here in 14th. He's the one who just, Tim let us know, he's the one who just came over the radio. He's talking about some fuel savings.
Yes.
Austin, these are fixed sets. I believe these are fixed sets, right? Yeah, they're fixed. Anyways, single file, it looks like, for this restart. Ricky Thompson waits, and he finally fires. Green flag goes back in the air.
Here comes Matt Grimm looking to the inside. Not quite there.
Yeah, Matt had a peek on the inside, but wasn't able to do much through 1 and 2. He's going to take another peek here into 3 and 4. Drag racing down the front straightaway. And he's going to take the race lead out of turn number 2. Over Ricky Thompson, but look at Cole DeWeese down there digging way on the inside wall. He's looking to take over second place from Ricky Thompson. Be careful. Colin Hutchinson almost making contact, tapping wheels with Cole DeWeese. That wasn't going to work. Thompson gets a good run off of the high side. Down the back straightaway. Almost tabs Matt Grimm in the tail tank. Great battling up front so far. Caden Berry, oh my goodness, 3 wide. Hutchison, Beavers, and Berry. Berry's going to fall back a couple of spots. Beavers going to move forward a spot or so, and we're almost 3 wide for the lead. Did Berry make contact with the wall?
I think he made contact with the 21 and the wall at the same time. Kind of jumped over the tire of the 21 and wheelied it almost all the way through. Caden Berry just not able to catch a break right now as Craig slides in.
Yellow flags in the air. Have to take a look at what happened. Keep an eye on
Rooney.
Yeah, James Rooney down the back straightaway. Oh, another tap of the wheels. I'm not sure who he made contact with there. Chase Porter, maybe?
It looks like it was Chase Porter, yeah.
Yeah, Chase Porter. They tap wheels, and Rooney goes up into the fence. Coming to a stop, it looks like, in turn number 3. So that brings out the second yellow flag of the night. And Matt Grimm probably wanted to see that one go green quite, to the end. He was starting to get into a groove. Cole DeWeese already up 3 spots from 5th to 2nd. Another check of a big mover. Like I said, to keep my eye on Ty Williams. He's up 5 already as well. So he sits currently in the A spot and looking for a few more spots.
I know who is happy to see this yellow, starting to be able to recuperate under this yellow, is Caden Berry.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be able to kind of reset and get back into a rhythm once we do go back green. He sits in 6th. Again, he's battling with Matt Grimm in the points. Those are 1 and 2 in the point standings. As the lights go out on the pace truck, going to go back to double file for this restart. Matt Grimm, Cole DeWeese. Row 1, row 2, Ricky Thompson, Brady Beavers. Green flag goes in the air. We're back underway. Uh-oh, one car with an issue down the front straightaway. Silby locks wheels with the 21. He goes around carnage on the restart. I'll tell you, I believe that's Lamberson. Big damage, lost the front wing, and he's got rear end damage to go along with it. My goodness, some of the impacts those cars had getting into turn number 1. We'll keep an eye on that number 7 machine. That's Craig Silby. He got tied up with Ty Williams coming to the green. He did good to get the ship righted to try to go back straight, but the car kind of kicks sideways. He makes contact with the 21 of Porter. That sends both cars directly to the right to go back up across the racetrack. Flying Fred makes contact with him. Jared Lamberson, big contact. I believe that's maybe, I don't know who that is. I think that's the 883 machine of Bud Molyneux making pretty big contact. Robert Puckett getting a little piece of the inside wall, and everybody else just trying to make their way around there. But Lamberson and Silby with pretty good damage on their race cars. Uh-oh, and then I'm not sure who that is down there on the inside. That's the 883 of Bud Molyneux. He spun into the grass and has pretty big damage on that race car after the yellow flag had already been displayed. So looks like Lamberson was able to go in and get a fast repair, make his way back out onto the racetrack. Caden Berry still 6th where he started. Ty Williams now finds himself in 7th, up 6 spots. Pace truck peels off. Green flag goes back in the air. Another single file restart. Grimm going to take the inside. DeWeese going to head up to the cushion. Great run out of turn 2 for Cole DeWeese. He gets the race lead just for a second. Grimm enters in the middle, tries to slide up in front of DeWeese. DeWeese with the big momentum. New race leader, Cole DeWeese. Ricky Thompson battling hard with Brady Beavers for third. Colin Hutchison's right there as well. That's the battle inside of the top 5. Then you got Caden Berry and Ty Williams right behind. Now Caden Berry looking to the inside. Almost 3 wide. He has to get on the binders, I'm sure, entering turn 1 to keep from making contact with Brady. Now Cole DeWeese moved down to the inside. We're going to run the cushion in turn 1. Grimm the same. Thompson following suit as well. Uh-oh! Caden Berry saved that race car from catastrophe out of turn number 2 as he is able to continue on unscathed, but my, oh my, what a save out of turn number 2. Gavin Chatham here in 8th, Joshua Pickle in 9th. Is our biggest mover, up 9 spots inside the top 10 now, as he takes a peek to try to grab 8th from Gavin. Going to get a big run out of turn 4 and down the front straightaway. Still battling hard with that 99 machine. Caden Berry regrouping. He's hunting down Ty Williams, who sits in 6th. Cole DeWeese now out to a 2nd and 1/4 over the field, trying to stretch his legs just a little bit. Matt Grimm trying to hunt him back down. Caden Berry worked around Ty Williams. He's still running the inside. Caden Berry around Brady Beavers. Move Caden Berry back up into the top 5. He's up into 4th. Colin Hutchison looking to the inside of Brady this time through 3 and 4. Brady going to get the run out of turn 4 on the outside.
A little bit of a 2-for-1 action for Caden Berry. Finally getting around Brady Beavers and Hutchison, as you stated the lap previous.
And Berry is to the tail tank of Ricky Thompson as the yellow flag is displayed. Let's see what happened. I believe it's the 30 of Robert Puckett. He was all sorts of sideways as he made contact with the 14 of Matt Frost. Let's see what happens to Robert as he gets into turn 1. That car spins around and comes to a stop at the inside of turn number 1, just in front of our race leader. So good job for race leader Cole DeWeese to make it around that unscathed. Bud Molyneux has called it a night. He's put that car on the hauler. Same for Matt Frost. At least that's what my timing and scoring is showing me. As well as Robert Puckett. So just 17 cars remain. Top 5 is going to be Cole DeWeese, Matt Grimm, Ricky Thompson, Caden Berry, and Brady Beavers. Green flag goes back in the air. We're back underway. Yeah, a couple cars there involved. Looks like Jared Lamberson, Austin Hickman, right as we got the green flag. Take a look at the number 11 car. as everybody starts accelerating. The 11 makes contact with Chase Porter. That sends the 11 car sideways. Jared Lamberson nowhere to go. He makes pretty heavy contact with the stopped race car of the number 11. Uh-oh, Hickman makes contact with the inside wall, trying to right the ship. It looks like he's got some left front suspension damage there, as that left front wheel is shaking back and forth and probably not reacting to his steering inputs. See him bring it into the pit lane for service. Probably got the fast repair and is headed right back out. Field may be having to wait on the pace truck as Coldewey is stopped right at the start-finish line.
Pace car is certainly taking its sweet time to pick up these leaders.
That it is, as it's just now working down the front straightaway. I was taking a look to see where it was at.
"17" looks like he came over the radio, said he needs a push start. He stalls it as there he goes.
Well, that's just like real life. But here in the sim, you know, these cars don't technically have to be push started like in real life, but that wouldn't be kind of an interesting kink if that was to ever be in the sim. Almost unfathomable, I would say, wouldn't you, Tim?
I think it is I believe it is a thing. It happens sometimes in some of the oval cars. If you're trying to save fuel, you're pushing the clutch in, turning the ignition off, and everything. The whole works trying to get these cars to save that fuel, and sometimes it'll just completely shut off the whole engine will, and you need to get a little push start sometimes in these at least.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me a time or two in races where I was saving fuel, like you said, and I try to refire the engine, it just wouldn't start, and you're kind of in panic mode as a driver, wondering why the car won't refire. And it also helps to have drivers or teammates that are willing to help you out if you do run into a problem like that. Single file, pace truck peels off.
So we just got word from race control. The rest of the restarts will be single file. And wow, Cole DeWeese gets a launch, and I thought he was going to hit the wall.
Uh-oh, Caden Berry goes around on the inside part of the racetrack. He was able to get the car back going in a hurry, but Caden Berry spins around. Let's see exactly what happened.
We had a car that jumped the fence. I didn't see who that was.
I'll have to go back and take a look at it. We see Caden Berry gets into turn one on the bottom, and that's Hutchison. He carries a ton of momentum, tags Berry in the tail tank, and does spin Berry around. Hutchison, Ty Williams makes huge contact. Williams goes, I think, out of the racetrack over the fence. As you alluded to, Tim, Berry was able to get back going. No, but yeah, Ty
Yeah.
Williams went out of the racetrack in turn 2.
Yeah, he got sent to the Shadow Realm, and they immediately towed him to the pit stall.
Yeah, and I really hope Ty Williams commentator's curse. I hope I did not put that on you, because it kind of looks that way, as I picked you as maybe as a driver to watch here tonight, and you end up outside
Good.
of the racetrack.
Good job. Good
So
job, Tyler.
sorry about that tonight, Ty. The commentator's curse is real, folks. Maybe the ones to watch segment, Tim's going to have to go on a sabbatical. People's going to start getting mad at us up here in the broadcast booth. I don't want that, because I enjoy calling these races for these leagues and for everybody watching at home. Interesting to note, Ty Williams going to be able to rejoin us, so he's going to rejoin back in the 17th. All right, Cole DeWeese in control once again. He fires, we're back underway, gets another fantastic launch down the front straightaway. Caden Berry going to enter on the bottom once again and look to the inside of Ricky Thompson for a podium position. Drag racing down the back straightaway. Brady Beavers also going to be part of the mix, almost making it 3 wide, but not quite there. Berry's still working the inside. He does get by Thompson for third. He's right on the tail tank of his closest competitor in the point standings, Matt Grimm.
Matt Grimm. Contact.
The 99 machine of Gavin Chatham comes to a spinning stop at the inside of turns 3 and 4, bringing out our 7th yellow flag of the night. Let's see what happened to that 99 machine. Looks like he got some help. That's going to be the 7 machine of Craig Silby. That taps the 99 in the rear and spins him out, bringing the yellow flag out. So Craig Silby with a little bit of help to the 99. And with dirt track racing, they go back to the last scored lap. So the top 5 is going to be Cole DeWeese, Matt Grimm, Ricky Thompson still ahead of Caden Berry, who's 4th. Brady Beavers is 5th. Joshua Pickle, a nice pickup so far, being the hard charger. And he's now in 6th from 18th. Then you got Dakota Osborne. He's up 9 spots. He's sitting in 7th. Chase Porter in the 8th spot. Jack Burke, 9th. Flying Fred's going to be 10th.
Looks like there was also an issue with James Rooney.
Yeah, he's sitting in the pit lane for an extended amount of time.
Him and I think that's Lamberson going into 3 just make huge contact. Going for the same real estate. He went up and over. He also went over. I don't think we caught that.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could get a look at it, but I'm not going to have enough time as the field is working down the back straightaway. Cole fires. We're back underway once again. Another great restart from Cole. Caden Berry's going to try to waste no time and get around the 35 machine of Ricky Thompson, and he's going to do that. He settles now into third. Joshua Pickle trying to follow him through, as he was going to try to do a 2-for-1 with Ricky Thompson and Brady Beavers.
There goes Caden
Berry. Yeah, he's to the inside of Matt Grimm. He has a nose out of turn 2. They're even down the back straightaway. Grimm with a little bit of wall contact. Berry hugs the inside, and he's going to move around Matt Grimm. Move Caden Berry into the second spot. Look at how most everybody behind Caden is running the same line, trying to make up time. Cole DeWeese now, he's going to move that car down to the inside. Excuse me. So he brings it across the stripe. Just 7 laps remaining. Is that enough time for Caden Berry to get there? Only a half a second separate our top 2. Dakota Osborne, he's on the hunt for a podium spot. He's now up 12 positions from his starting position. He's going to get a good run out of turn 4. He's going to look to the inside of Matt Grimm. Yellow flag goes in the air. I believe it's going to be Colin Hutchinson. Well, Craig Silvey gets turned sideways off by tapping wheels with Ty Williams, and Craig Silvey inadvertently turns the 21 machine of Colin Hutchinson around. He does make contact with the outside wall. Was able to continue going, but could be some damage to Colin's machine. Well, he spun the car out into turn 1 and might have called it an evening.
That number 7 machine doesn't have a front wing. Very interesting. He elects to not bring it down for any repairs.
Yeah, that is very interesting. No front wing. It's going to hurt the downforce on that car, so. I'm sure it's going to affect Craig in some shape or form. There's no doubt about that. Can Cole DeWeese fend off Caden Berry's charge? Green flag back in the air. Just going to be 5 laps to go from Williams Grove. Cole DeWeese going to try to block on the inside. Berry with a fantastic 1 and 2, and he is right on the tail tank of Cole DeWeese. Berry now moves up to the outside. Cole DeWeese going to try to block the bottom, but Berry with a massive run out of turn 4. One car is stopped.
Oh, no.
I believe that was the Joshua Pickle machine. It is. He brings out the yellow flag. See what happened to Joshua. Looks like Chase Porter tries the slide job through 3 and 4. Pickle was still there. Pickle taps wheels. He gets up into the outside wall. And it looks like he locks the car down, or he's coming to a stop right in front of a bunch of cars. But they make their way around him, no problem. But Joshua Pickle does bring out that yellow flag by stopping like that out of turn 4. Goldawese, Caden Berry, Matt Grimm, Dakota Osborne. Good run for him tonight, up 12 spots. And Brady Beavers rounds out our top 5. Looks like we're going to get just maybe a couple more laps of pacing here under this 9th yellow flag of the night.
Going to be a 5-lap dash for the checkered flag.
5 laps is plenty of time for anybody in the top 5 to get up and challenge for the win here. Try to bring home the checkered flag for AdminBoxx night at Williams Grove. Looks like the lights were still on the pace truck. I thought field might have been getting in formation, and the pace truck does peel off. Green flag goes back in the air. Goldawese makes, I think, a little contact with the inside wall. Just 4 laps to go. Caden Berry going to look to take advantage on the inside. Not able to through 1 and 2 that time.
Oh, I thought DeWeese was in the wall. I guess not.
Berry's going to have a strong run on the bottom this time. DeWeese is trying to fend off that charge. DeWeese is going to be getting the run on the outside, but Berry hanging really tough on the inside. DeWeese is making a little bit of contact with the outside wall. 2 laps to go, and the yellow flag waves once more. Gavin Chatham. See what happened to Gavin. He gets down into turn number 3, and he goes off of the front bumper of Craig Silby. So Craig Silby's helped a few drivers spin out tonight. Unfortunate for the 99 machine. He brings that car to a stop. The entry to turn 3. I don't think any more damage was done, but you know, I gotta almost think Cole, in some ways, likes the yellows, but in other ways, doesn't. It looks like we're gonna have a green-white checkered finish here as well.
It looks like it takes about a lap and a half for that inside to really build enough momentum. So we'll see.
Green flag goes into the air. Barry battling on the inside. Deweese still on the top down the back straightaway. Let's see what Barry decides to do here. Still going to commit to the bottom. Deweese going to be on the outside. White flag just one more time around for Cole Deweese. Can he hold off Caden Barry? Barry's going to try to nail the bottom through 1 and 2.
Oh, it's going to be a drag
Oh
race
my!
to 3.
Drag racing down the back straightaway into 3. Deweese up on the outside. Barry's going to slide up. Deweese is in the wall. Deweese rides the wall like Chastain out of turn 4 and across the start-finish line to win here tonight at Williams Grove. My goodness, what a finish between Cole Deweese and Caden Barry. Kudos to Caden for trying to make a move through 3 and 4. I think we need to go and take one more look at that. What a finish here tonight from Williams Grove.
Both of these drivers showing us what it means to win. Wow.
Absolutely. You see Barry, he got such a big run into turn 3, drove it hard on the inside. Cole Deweese was letting it all hang out on the outside. Barry kept letting that car slide up, and Deweese was still there, and he just kept hammer down and rode the fence around the exit of turn 4 and shot out of a cannon down the front straightaway and was able to bring home the checkered flag here tonight. What an awesome finish.
Can we get an on board of that?
I think we shall. I'll go on board with Cole Deweese, and we'll see exactly what he sees coming to the start-finish line.
Wow.
So this is down into turn 3. We're going to slow it down for you guys. You see, he's working the outside. He doesn't even see the 12 machine of Caden Barry as of yet. He knows he's down there, but doesn't know where. There you see the 12 of machine sliding up across, and you see Cole running into the outside wall, and he just shoots out of a cannon down the front straightaway and just never lifted, just like Chastain did at Martinsville just a few years back. Man, I tell you, what a finish.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely, it sure was unbelievable. Awesome win for Cole Deweese. Awesome finish. Caden Barry, an awesome try. Matt Grimm going to bring home our final podium spot. The fireworks are shooting off between turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, well, they better be going off after that finish.
Absolutely. Our final results here tonight from Williams Grove. We talked about our top 3. Fourth's going to go to Dakota Osborne, and he's up 12 spots tonight. He's going to share a portion of the hard charger with Jared Lamberson. Brady Beaver's going to be 5th, Flying Fred 6th, Jack Burke in 7th. Jared Lamberson, we just talked about, sharing the hard charger with Dakota Osborne. He finishes 8th. Joshua Pickle 9th, Chase Porter 10th, Gavin Chatham 11th, Austin Hickman 12th, Ty Williams 13th, Ricky Thompson 14th, Colin Hutchison 15th, James Rooney 16th, Robert Puckett 17th, Matt Frost is going to be 18th. And our final couple, Bud Molyneux is going to get credited with 19th, and Craig Silby is going to be credited in 20th. All right, let's talk to our top 3. We'll start off with our 3rd place finisher, Matt Grimm. Hey, Matt, it's Tyler and Tim in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, man. Well, you bring that car home in a podium spot. I'm sure you wanted to finish ahead of Cade and Barry there. I know you guys are battling it out late in the going here in the points championship, but a solid night for you here tonight from Williams Grove.
Yeah, Williams Grove is definitely not my favorite place. So anytime I come here and get top 3, it's fine with me. And just never really suited my style of driving. Kind of the top in 1 and 2 was there for a little while, which was which was interesting, and I could make work, but there was just nothing you could do to get down this front straightaway without spinning the wheels. And at the end there, I was out there with no tires left, so I'm lucky to have third.
All right, man. And I gotta ask, what'd you think about the finish there, coming to the checkered flag between Caden and Cole?
I was trying not to lose third to whoever that was, but I seen Caden for the slider, and I'm just wondering if I was gonna luck into something, but unfortunately, didn't happen.
Tim, you have anything to ask Matt?
Yeah, you led some laps. Quite a few laps actually. You think if you put a little more time into practicing, if you could have won the race, or maybe you'll like the track, not in the wrong way?
Yeah, I'm sure if I put a little bit of time in during the week, I would be a lot better. I run one race a week now, and my practice for this race was about 3 seconds during the during the first little bit there of practice, and I was trying to watch high limit, and then the track was gone, so I was kind of just trying to figure out what to do. That's why I qualified so bad, and every week it seems like I've been qualifying terrible. But yeah, being out in the lead kind of I feel like hurt me more than anything because I didn't really know what was going on. I kind of had to wait for somebody to be there, and it seemed like I was always just one step behind. And even once he got around me, I felt like I could stay with him for a little while, and then he just pulled away. And I kept trying different things and killed more and more tires as we went.
Well,
Well,
Matt,
you
go
you,
ahead.
you managed to keep a podium finish. We'll be keeping an eye on you for the rest of the season.
Yeah, sounds good. Looking forward to Eldora. Thanks to all the people on the car and you guys for coming out and doing this broadcast, and everyone who puts all the work in putting this league on every week. It's been a up and down journey for me so far this league, but looking forward to hitting Eldora and seeing what we can do there.
Absolutely, Matt. Well, we appreciate you getting a word in here with us. Congratulations on the third.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on and talk to our second place finisher now, Caden Berry. Hey, Caden, it's Tyler and Tim up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, man. You bring that car home in second. Almost had the win. Coming through 3 and 4 there on the last lap. Walk us through the final couple of laps here tonight.
Just had to get pretty aggressive. But starting 6 off the invert, and especially with how slick it was, I knew it was going to be kind of difficult there, especially with Deweese up front and Matt. Just had to drive really hard, but also had to be super calm down with it being so slick. But yeah, it took a little bit of time, especially for me to get up there, but still managed to get a good second place finish and kind of threw kind of a half slider. I knew Cole was gonna have a good run in 3 and 4, but he actually got the wall in 3 and 4, and he just kind of wall rode it there. So he had a good run there coming off of 4, and just stayed second and took second place, and still a good finish, and definitely really looked good in the points. So just have one more race to handle, and then should get the championship.
Absolutely a strong night for you here tonight at Williams Grove. Should propel you well into next week at Eldora. Tim, you have anything to ask Caden?
Yeah. Coming in through the last couple laps, took about a lap and a quarter, maybe a lap and a half for that bottom to get rolling. But you were making it work. You think that you could have had, if you've done anything different, can you walk us through what you would have done different to get that win?
Yeah, I just needed to kind of back it in a little bit more, kind of like a non-wing car to, stick the bottom like I was doing at the end. But as I was doing that, I mean, the bottom was good for maybe 5 laps, and then just got pretty slick there. So there was just pretty much no bottom at that point when I got really dialed in with it. Should have just went to the top sooner, but just sucked when we had that caution when I was on the outside of Cole there, and it just kind of showed him where the line was, especially in 3 and 4, where to be, because I was getting a huge run there, and we had the lead down the front stretch. But yellow came out. We had quite a bit of yellows, and I think that's what kind of screwed me over on getting up front so fast. And I mean, if we didn't have that much cautions, I feel like I could have definitely won this race. But oh well, you can't win them all, and still a good finish.
Yeah, absolutely it was, Caden. Well, before we let you go, who would you like to thank?
Gotta thank God. I just gotta give all glory to Him because I can't do it without Him. Gotta thank my mom and dad. Gotta thank my nanny and grandpa, my grandmother Cece, and my Grammy Ryder and TJ as well. Gotta thank my brother and sister Brendan and Sierra out there for watching as well and helping. Gotta thank all my partners this year: Granite State Blacktoppers, Keep Digging Apparel, Enos Construction, Drew's Powder Coating, CRC Industries, ZMAX, Driven to Save Lives, Victory Fuel, Turn One Graphics, Ryder Family Sawmill, and John Berry's Legacy Racing. And gotta thank Team Iobi, Cataclysm Computers, King Race Designs, Speed Factory, LCJ Carpentry, and Singer Octals Australia. And I gotta thank you guys for putting it on as well every week.
All right, man. Well, congratulations finishing second. Thank you for the kind words, and we'll let you celebrate it.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, that was our second place finisher, Mr. Caden Berry. Now we're going to talk to our race winner, Cole DeWeese. Hey, Cole, it's Tyler and Tim up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
All right, man. Whale of a finish for you here tonight, bringing home the checkered flag. I asked Caden to walk us through the final laps. I'm going to ask you to do the same thing.
Well, that last 1 or 2 cautions, he kind of showed me he was there, and I knew either way he was probably going to pass me, so I just decided I was going to try and run the top and see what I couldn't do there, because I didn't think really anyone had tried it fully, so I figured I could be the first one and maybe catch him off guard a little and build myself a little gap, and then he still got to me, and we kind of just held side by side for a few laps, and then we got down to the finish, and he slid me because I kind of screwed up in 1 and 2 and thought I was safe and screwed myself up. And then 3 and 4 he slid me, and I just decided I didn't feel like lifting and see if I could fit a car through there, and it fit.
Absolutely. It was like scenes of Ross Chastain and Martinsville a few years ago. That's exactly what it brought to mind.
It was pretty close.
Again, congratulations on the win. Tim, do you have anything to ask Cole?
Man, I don't know what to say. I feel like I've seen it all. Between the Chastain wall ride and now in the sim on dirt. Throw in a new factor on top of it. What were your thoughts throughout the race, and how well prepared were you for this event?
Preparedness, probably I'd have to put it at 0. We were at Milton Hershey with the sprint cars earlier, and I got home at 9 o'clock, got on, qualified, went second quick. So, I knew being Williams Grove, I was going to be pretty good all night and not really have to worry about if I was going to be fast or not. Typically, I'm pretty good just rolling around the bottom here, which helps early in the features when you can just get to the front earlier with this invert and not have to worry about if you're going to wreck because of people in the way, or if you really have to work later. You can kind of get it done early and then just play it out from there. Makes it a lot easier.
Absolutely, it sure does. Well, before we let you go, Cole, who would you like to thank?
My mom, my dad, and then everyone that helps me in real life for racing, so I can also do it on sims and have fun in the off season and whenever I have time.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the whale of a finish here tonight. We'll let you celebrate it.
Thank you.
That was our race winner, Cole DeWeese. And I was asked specifically to bring another fella up into the broadcast booth real quick, and that is going to be Christopher Hibbs. Hey, Christopher, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do, good sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Andrew sent me a message and asked to bring you up in the booth. What's going on, Christopher?
Oh well, I've been been talking to Andrew back and forth. We want to ask if anyone's want to be interested in doing UMPs, so I can teach them how to drive them if they are interested.
Oh, all right.
And,
UMP modifieds.
Yep. But I think it'll be kind of interesting for the league that I race with. I think they're a pretty good group of people. I figure they might want to learn.
All right, absolutely. So there, you heard it here tonight, folks. Christopher is offering up UMP lessons, as we would say. So if you're interested, hit him up on Discord.
And I will put my Discord in our league chat if you guys are interested, for if you want to get a hold of me. So, and I do like Twitch as well. So if you guys want to hit me up on Chips Racing as well, you can guys reach me there too, or or on Discord as well. So I do want to say thank you guys for letting me in here, and you all have a good night, and I do appreciate it. Good race with everyone last tonight. I know I didn't make the feature, so let's see what comes next week on Eldora.
Absolutely, Christopher. Well, you have a good rest of your night, and thank you for talking to us.
You guys are welcome, and you guys have a safe night as well.
Thank you, sir. That was Christopher Hibbs. All right, Tim. Well, as we start to wrap things up here tonight from the Williams Grove Speedway, just completely speechless at the finish we just witnessed here tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic that I said that this track at the start of the broadcast, I believe I said this track looks like a Martinsville, but just dirt and a little bit more banking in the turns. And we ended up seeing probably one of the most iconic finishes from Martinsville be recreated in sim on dirt, nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. Just fantastic finish there. Great battling between Caden Berry and Cole DeWeese, and Cole for the just keeping his foot in and out of turn 4 and bringing home the checkered flag. Absolutely amazing. Again, we appreciate everybody tuning in here on the Buckeye Racing Network. We'll be live tomorrow night with Short Track Rivals Racing Fixed Division 358 Modifieds. We'll be live at 9 o'clock Eastern, so tune in with us there. And again, on Thursday night for STRR's Open Pro Late Model Division. For Tim Henderson, I'm Tyler Bentley. We're going to sign off. Good night.